Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. So we're back with another Let's Renovate. This one is of Brookside. This resides Hetty Lionheart, as you can see in front of us. I'm just making her over. She needed work, let's just put it that way. I'll just quickly read through her traits so you kind of get the feel for her. She is, let me just bring it up. She's a cat person, insane, a loner, hydrophobic and evil. Her star sign is Libra and her lifetime wish is to be the Empress of Evil. Her favourites are kids music, fish and chips and the colour orange. So you will see it quite a lot of orange in her clothes and her house. As she's quite insane, I just saw her to be a bit more, I don't know, eccentric, let's just put it that way. I was reading through her bio and she's known as the crazy cat lady, and she lives as far away as possible as not many people like her. Apparently there's not actually many people in Appaloosa Plains that have the evil trait. I think there's only 2 other sims with that trait. She is a retired sim and she is an elder, and yeah, so we're pretty much now onto the spinny bits anyway. So as you can see, I didn't actually change her everyday wear. I thought it suited her quite nicely, and yeah, so all I did was just change the colour of it. I took off her hat because it's awful. I know she's insane and everything and it probably suits her, but not for me. I'm sorry. If you like it, feel free to pop it back on her, but yeah, I just took it off. I'm not a fan, if I'm honest. So yeah, most of her clothes were just awful, like completely awful, so I've just sort of refined that back, and I still try to keep her quite eccentric, or at least I think so. If you feel different, cool, whatever. And her house, I even put a post on my Discord, feel free to join, it is in the description down below. I just didn't know how to fix this house. It is awful, absolutely awful. As you'll see from the pictures at the very end, the screenshots that I did of the very beginning to the very end of what it looks like before and after, if that makes any sense, because I just rambled then. And yeah, so I also wrote, I can't remember where I put it, I think I put it on Twitter, that floor plans are the bane of my life. That was in reference to this house. Let me tell you, I spent maybe 2 to 3 hours trying to figure out a floor plan. I didn't know where to put the stairs. I'm still not happy with where I've put it, but that was the best I could do. I tried to make this house, I know it was meant to be more of a Victorian style, but I turned it more into an old barn type of look. And obviously I think that suits Appaloosa Plains a bit better. I know I've done Hydrangea Lane, or Hydrangea House, sorry, and that was more Victorian, but if you look at the houses around it, they're also in that style, whereas the houses around this house are in that barn ranch style. So yeah, that's what I tried to keep with. And yeah, I fiddled around with trying to figure out windows for quite some time, and yeah, so overall this is what it looks like shape wise. I don't change much else other than this. And yeah, I just use for the, what's it called, wall colouring, I use a stone at the bottom, and then is it cedar shake or something on the top. I think that's what it's called, correct me if I'm wrong. And yeah, so as you can see, that it's quite an awkward way that it's been done, if that makes sense, like the shape of it. It's just like, where do I put the stairs? It's awful. I'm just going to keep going on about how bad this house is. Maybe I don't put the stone at the bottom. I thought I did. Maybe I don't. Yeah, this is how it turns out. I tell porkies, I do. Sorry guys. Sorry if you heard that, I just knocked the lead. And yeah, so it's quite a dark colour for the windows, and then a white inner frame, if that makes sense. Yeah. So anyway, how are you guys? How are you all doing? Having a nice, what's today? For me, it's the week still, but are you having a nice day? What you've been up to? Let me know in the comments down below. I love hearing from you guys. Also, let me know how you think I did with this house. It took me a while. The inside is toned down quite a bit compared to what it was, because it was just, I can't even explain it. If you've loaded into this house, you know how bad it was. And yeah, you can also see in the background there's actually a truck that's gone into the water. Sorry, there would be a little jump here, purely for the fact, as I said, it took me so long to get a floor plan, and I didn't want you to be sat here for forever. And yeah, so it's actually, considering how long I faffed around with this house, this is quite a short speed build for me. So it's only like, I don't know, 15 minutes, 16 minutes with screenshots and everything. So I'm quite pleased with that. Yeah, everything is quite orange in here, so I know this isn't going to be everyone's taste, and it's not my taste if I'm honest, but it's for who I'm building it for. So feel free, if you do download this house and you want to use it for your Sims, feel free to change the colours of things. Completely up to you. All I ask is you don't upload it again. That's literally it. Or take credit for something that you didn't do. So yeah, so this is the entryway, and it leads into the kitchen off to the right and the lounge off to the left. The lounge and the diner are in the same room. I did want to try and keep them separate, but it looks really odd, as there was like 3 rooms. I was trying to do it so there's 3 rooms off to the left as you come in, but yeah, it looked really odd, and it meant that I'd have to do like a square of nothing, like just a wall, like square wall of 1 square, and yeah, it just looked odd. So this is the overall shape of the kitchen. I will faff around for a minute, but it does go back, mostly back to what it was. Yeah, I quite like the layout in here. It's quite a quaint kitchen. Again, it's pretty simple, and yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this kitchen. I think I do change the, what's it called? I do change the floor, and it's like this off cream orange colour, and the walls are also orange, like this orangey brick kind of colour. Again, I'm not a fan, but I think it suits Hetty, and obviously I'm building it for Hetty, and I'm not building it just because obviously I wouldn't use this colour normally, but yeah, it's always nice to do something different. So yeah, as she does have, I think it's 4 cats, so 3 cats and then 1 kitten, and yeah, so there's quite a lot of cat stuff in the house. There was, to begin with, a cat condo outside. I don't actually put one outside. I don't really put anything out the back. I just don't see her as being an outsidey kind of person, so all I put out there is a washing line. And yeah, so this is now where the dining room stays. Pretty simple. I just pop a mirror on the wall there. I then put a rug under the dining table as well, and yeah, I put there is a, what's it called, stereo, or old school stereo in the lounge, which I will pop down momentarily. Again, the lounge is very in your face. Also, I'll just quickly mention that light. How did I never know it existed until I built this? I was just looking through the lights and I saw it, and I was like, because it's got quite a bold pattern on, I think it's from World Adventures, and I just looked at it and I was like, is there like a plain colour of it? And there was. I've never used it before in a build, but I think it suited this house so well. Let me know what you think. Have you seen it before? Because I sure haven't. I use it in a lot of the rooms, so you'll see it as I go through. Yeah, again, everything is pretty much in your face, although I probably could have made it worse, I suppose. But yeah, so we're now onto the we're just done the dining room, we're now onto the lounge. So there's that stereo, there is a TV in here. I put a cat scratching post as well. I'm trying to think what else I put in here. Do I put another bookcase? I don't think I do, but I could be wrong. And yes, there is also it's 3 bedrooms, this house. One of the bedrooms I don't actually decorate. I've left it empty. I just see it as Hetty just hasn't done anything to it. So again, if you download the house, there is an extra room if you want to put something in there. Make it a music room, make it whatever you want, make it another bedroom. Completely up to you. So there's that light again. I do put a couple of wall lights on as well. And yeah, this room is pretty much how it stays now. I'm just doing the recolour. I did try and use that plaid colour on, like that plaid pattern with orange. Excuse me, I didn't like how it turned out, and I tried this pattern again. I didn't like how it turned out. It probably does suit Hetty quite well, but I just changed it to a plain orange instead. Again, quite in your face. Again, not for everyone, but I'm not building it for anyone. I'm just building it for Hetty. I do use a blue in here for the cat fish thing, whatever you want to call it, bed. I love that bed. I don't know why. I just think it's so cute. I do put the cat, what's it called, cat toilet thing out the back on the porch area. I didn't really want to put it in a room. I just saw it as she'd put it outside and kind of forget about it. And yeah, so this is the little study area. I do put a chess table in here. I fiddle around for quite a while trying to get it to where I want it, so I do remove the bookcases eventually, and there is like a lounge chair. I wanted to make the chess table accessible for your Sims, so I took move objects off and made sure that it was accessible, like I said. And yeah, I popped another cat scratching thing in here, and I put these, what's it called, I really like these chairs. They're from World Adventures. I don't use them very often, but I thought it suited the room quite well. I can't remember what colour I make it, probably orange, knowing me. So yeah, this house does look like someone's vomited orange all over it. But yeah, and yeah, I don't really know what else to say, to be honest. I can't remember, did I put a laundry room in? I'm sure I did somewhere. I might have even put it into the bathroom, like just the washer. At least I hope I did. I built this house, I can't remember, about a week and a half ago roughly, and I've already forgotten what goes on. Well, that's great. So yeah, there's just that little landing upstairs, and then there's 3 bedrooms. One's quite a narrow bedroom, and then the main bedroom isn't much bigger, and then I'm just waiting to see if I do put a washer in. Please tell me I do. So yeah, I actually use this sink here that I don't actually use very often. I don't know why. I think it's because it's quite modern, but I thought it suited the room quite nicely. Oh, please tell me I go back and put one in. Yes, I do. Lovely. I'm happy now. I remembered. Finally, I remembered something at least, seeing as I don't remember much. Yeah, so this is the main bedroom, which is Hetty's, and I made the side tables and the dresser this orange colour that looks quite battered and scratched up. As she has cats, so I imagine that the cats have scratched it and she just hasn't replaced it, but she's tried to paint over it. And obviously her favourite colour being orange, and she's quite eccentric that she would do that. And then we're on to I'd call this more of a spare bedroom, although she's quite evil. She's not a social person, so I don't imagine her to have, what's it called, people over or anything like that. And yeah, this is pretty much how it stays. I just changed the colour of everything. And yeah, so we're pretty much near the end here. I'm going to love you and leave you guys with some music, and yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like if you like, and if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. I've got plenty more videos coming up, and also maybe possibly a world build thing. Definitely something coming up. So yeah, I'm going to leave you here. Take care guys. See you in the next one. Bye.